Hi, I'm Rich Heffron. This is this week's Delaware State Chamber of Commerce Legislative Minute. We're into the holiday season. It's time for shopping. I urge anybody who's shopping for friends, relatives, whoever, try and shop in Delaware, whether it's Christiana Mall, Concord Mall, Dover Mall, one of the big malls, the outlets down in Sussex County in the beach area, or a small business on Main Street. Try and buy Delaware, because what drives the economy, both the U.S. economy and the Delaware economy, is consumer spending. Obviously, the state tax-free shopping. Have your friends from Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey shop in Delaware also. A couple issues. About 10 days ago, we found out that the appeal on the money that Delaware would have to pay for the transmission line, electric transmission line power transmission line running from Salem plant through Delaware into the Mid-Atlantic states, was about 98% of the cost. The appeal was made saying, well, why are we paying 98% in Delaware when the fact is we're going to probably use maybe 10 to 20% of the power, if even that much. We appealed it through the FERC, who sets the rate. We were not very optimistic, because they generally don't grant appeals, but they did. They said they would reconsider it, which is a big plus for the governor and the corporate executives and the other business people in the state who push for that. So we'll see how it ends up, but it looks like they're going to readjust it. Not sure how they'll readjust it, but it'll be better than 98%. Secondly, we also have an issue with the stock exchange. As you know, there have been some questions about how it's going to be financed. Just to be straight, we certainly support the Delaware State Chamber. We certainly support the stock exchange, anything that will bring jobs to Delaware. But there are questions. There was an article last week about the way it's being financed, and it was carried through in the business section of today's Philadelphia Inquirer. Joe DiStefano, who used to write for the News Journal, has some questions about the financing mechanism. Those questions aside, if we can get it done, it would be a plus for Wilmington and for Delaware. About 180 jobs, paying maybe about $85,000 on average. Obviously a big plus. Lastly, I met with the people who were head of the Slam Dunk to the Beach tournament. Some of you may remember back in the mid 2000s into the 90s, there was a Slam Dunk to the Beach high school basketball tournament down in just outside of Rehoboth in Lewis, actually at Cape and Open High School. Very successful event. Packed them in for several days after Christmas. Some of the top high school teams in the country would show up. It went dormant for several years for reasons around the financing and how that was handled. Well, it's been brought back. Last year, this is the first year. This is the second year. New board, people who are responsible. And once again, they have some of the top high school basketball teams in the country coming to play in Sussex County just after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. We sent out an email last week to all of our members asking them if they could to support it. Also, even if you can't support it, if you can go down and you like basketball, you're going to see some really good high school basketball. I know Newman Goretti from Philadelphia is one of the top, if not the top team of Philadelphia, will be there, along with others from around the country. There's a team from Indiana, a couple from New York, Maryland, Baltimore. So if you like high school basketball, stop on down. Like I said, it's between Christmas and New Year's. If you want to be a supporter, there's opportunities there. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching.